This is the Show Up Show, helping coaches, service providers, leaders, and entrepreneurs to master showing up to build their brand, authority, and grow their business. Whether it's showing up on social media, in front of an audience, on a live interview, or an actual stage, this podcast is going to help you overcome visibility fear to confidently brand yourself as the authority in your industry. I'm Joyan Chan, aka the Confidence and Visibility Queen, and I am on a mission to share how I went from a nobody to the confident leader I am today, what I have learned, and what I have done to build my brand and business from scratch, and help you do the same so that you can make an impact in the world with the meaningful work that you do. Whether you are new to the business world or feeling unsure about public visibility, or you want to be seen and heard in a way that doesn't feel icky but authentic to you, you will discover how to become visible in your own unique way and show up as the confident entrepreneur you have always dreamed about becoming. Now, it's time to get you show up and be confidently visible so you can easily attract more clients and opportunities for yourself. Joining us today is the founder of Bond Intelligence and also Shanei Bond, a digital marketing agency, a coaching company that combines sales and marketing to acquire the best results for your business. She's the #1 international best-selling author, lead generation, Google and Facebook ads specialist, marketing and business coach, and a copywriter who is passionate about helping purpose-driven entrepreneurs have the impact, influence, and income they desire by building a massive email list, generating high-quality leads so that they can sell their product, programs, and services with ease that enables them to achieve their higher purpose and live the life they truly desire. So guys, help me in welcoming the one and only Shanei Bond. Hi, welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be here.
It's my honor to have you on the show to talk about what got you started, like what inspired you to start your own company in the first place.
Okay, that's a long and a short answer to that question. So, I am a Christian. I'm a person of faith. And when I was about 10 years old, God came and he spoke to me and he said, Shanei, you're going to be a designer and you're going to have your own business. And I went and I studied graphic design and I ended up working for this jewelry designer here in South Africa, a wonderful lady. Her name is Jenna Clifford. And I was working for her for about 3 years, just under 3 years. And I had a dream also from the Holy Spirit to say that you need to resign on the 30th of October. You know, it's time now to start your own business. And I always get so emotional when I tell this story. And the next morning, I woke up, it was the 30th of October. And I took that leap of faith and I resigned that day. I didn't have any clients. I didn't have any leads or prospects to even talk to about my services. And then from there on, all I really had was a very old laptop, like a 2009 model Mac. I didn't even have internet. So the only thing that I had was my skills and then this old laptop. So from there on, I started my agency to do graphic design, and then we moved over to social media marketing, website design. We did apps and activations. And a couple of years ago, about 4 years ago, we started specializing in lead generation. And we have worked ourselves up to such a point where we are able to date, we've generated over $26 million for our customers.
Wow.
So in a space of 4 short years, we've been able to help our customers have more impact in their industry and obviously more income so that they can have an income of 7 to 8 figures.
That is amazing. Okay, so why are you so passionate about helping entrepreneurs to make an impact? Because, and how are you helping them exactly?
So I'm passionate about it because I believe that every person has a purpose on this earth. And a lot of times that has to do with business, because if you start making money, you can have a bigger impact on people's lives because you have the funds to fuel your purpose, right? And when I see how entrepreneurs flourish by the way that we have given them the tools to help them, it just that is my purpose. And I love doing that. I love seeing the results that we get for people. And I also love seeing them fulfill their purpose. So it's just basically us helping other people fulfill their purpose and making lots of money in the process. So the second part of your question is how we do that. Mm. So basically, I would sit with one of my clients and we will take a couple hours to define exactly who their perfect customer is. Because if you market to everyone, you market to no one. And you know that 20-80 rule of about, you spend 80% of your time working on most of the clients that doesn't really bring in that income. And the 20% of your clients are a dream to work with and they pay you with a smile. So we define exactly who that 20% is so that you can get more clients who love absolutely what you do and they pay you with a smile and they don't give you grief. Because from what we found is the 80% of people who only want 100% of your time, but they're not willing to pay the price that you ask for that, to pay you what you're worth. They are the ones giving you grief all the time. They take up all your time. And it's just a headache to work with those people. So that's why it's so important to really just define exactly who that perfect customer is so that you can have more time and money freedom to work with only those people and go and fetch those people to come and work with you. So that's step number one. Step number two is, now we know exactly who your perfect customer is. Now we can help you craft an offer that is specifically designed for them. And we take our clients through this whole process of taking their base offer and see how we can beef it up, to add the meat and the potatoes and the butter so that people would rather say yes to them as opposed to their competitors. And that also really positions them as the number one leading or thought experts in their field. So that really sets them apart from their competitors. So once we're done with that, we'll have a look at their marketing strategy. So we build funnels. It's either opt-in funnel or a sales funnel or a webinar funnel that we build for our clients to generate high quality leads for a specific offer. So for that specific offer that we have defined, let's say it is a service, then we will sell that service with direct response copywriting on a beautiful funnel so that people can see who they are, what they can help them with, what they do, and how it will transform their lives if they go with this person. So once that is set up, we have a look at email sequences, because only 1% of the people who opt in on your list are ready to purchase right now. The other 99% needs a little bit of a push. They maybe need more information about you, about where you come from, your product, your program, or your service. And then from there on, it's really just nurturing that person and giving them valuable information, something that they can use that they don't necessarily have to pay for, so that they can see that you are the experts and what you say really works in my business. So that builds the faith, the know, like, and trust factor in that specific entrepreneur, their product, their program, and their services. Once we're done with that, you have this whole marketing system that works automatically. The only thing left to do is to get people to your funnel. And a lot of people do that organically. I like to turn up the volume. So we do ads. We do Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Google ads to send people to those landing pages so that they can see the conversions happening faster. And for a lot of our clients, we've been able to get high quality leads that are pre-qualified within 24 hours. And that's basically how the system works.
Wow. Thank you so much for walking through the entire system. And I want to know, is there something unique about your approach that separates you from other digital marketers out there?
Yes. So from what I've heard, I've had a lot of conversations with people from all over the world, and they say most marketers only do copywriting. Most marketers only do Facebook ads or Google ads, or just design something. It's not really full circle. And with us, we do the full circle. We teach you step by step exactly what to do. How do you create your perfect customer? How do you create a undeniable offer? You know, an offer that's so good, your perfect customer will feel every urge to say yes. We we literally train you on how to create your funnel, how to do your copy, and how to build your email sequences, Facebook ads, Instagram, Google. We teach you every single step that goes full circle. And once you've built that whole marketing machine, then the only thing that is left to do to tweak every single week or month is your ads, because your offer stays the same, your perfect customer stays the same. So everything is, it's sort of like you set it and forget it, but it's just the last part of getting people into the funnel.
I totally agree, because when I first started, there was like 3 years ago when I first started my coaching business, and I hired a marketing uh, person to help me with my funnel and ads, and he helped me with that, just creating a funnel and running ads. And like you said, he didn't help me with finding my ideal clients, like identifying my audience, like who do I really want to attract into the funnel. So ended up the result was not so good, right? Because of that. And so I totally agree, because you have to have the entire system. You have to know who you are speaking to, and then you attract the right people, which is what you call the 80-20% rule, because that is, I believe, the 20% is your so-called high quality leads, right? People who are willing to buy, will pay you high price just to work with you. So for people who are not familiar with, my listeners who are not familiar with lead generation, what is your understanding of lead generation, and why is it important for businesses?
Okay, so lead generation is literally the lifeline to your business. It's going and targeting and finding the customers that you really want to work with. Because if you don't have a lead, you don't have a customer, then you can't make a sale, and it means that you don't have a business. And that is why lead generation is so important. And if I can just add to that, a lot of people think, no, I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow, I have this project that I need to finish first. But what if you finish this project and you haven't been generating leads ongoing, maybe have some sort of system in place, then your company can come to a hard stop, which is really, that can be detrimental. And I've seen it so many times, and people get burned, unfortunately, with those types of scenarios, or marketers that don't really go full circle, or they don't know what they're doing. They promise people the world, but they don't end up delivering what was promised. I can see you smile. But yeah, that is why it's so important to have leads for your business.
Yeah, because I smile because it's happening in the industry today, right? And many people come to me because they are overwhelmed with all these different marketing strategies out there, and people teaching, this is my framework, my 5-step framework, and it's just not, it doesn't work, right? Because so that is why I'm so passionate about talking to you as well on this topic, because marketing is one of my passion as well. So what is the best way to generate leads?
I would say the best way to start off with is to have a lead magnet. So that can be step number 2, your offer. So once you've defined who your perfect customer is, we know exactly what to give to them. A lead magnet is something that you give to them for free in exchange for their contact details. So name, email. I like to ask for a telephone number as well, especially if it's service related, service delivery related. So that lead magnet must be something that's really important to them, a problem that they would like to solve that will lead them to a solution. So that's a first step into getting new leads onto your email list. And the reason why it's so important is because your money is in your list. Most people overlook a list, or they overlook emailing, sending out nurture sequences or a newsletter or some sort of communication to your list. They think, emailing is dead, but it's not. It's the highest conversion rate that you will get out of your marketing. And once you have that list, it's basically free marketing. You can lead people up until to purchase the next product, the next program, or the next service from you. And you don't have to pay to get people on your list again because they're already there.
What channels have you found to be the most effective for generating leads? Like, is it through Facebook ads that you just mentioned, or there are other channels, maybe for people who are, what is really or how about this? People don't want to run ads. What is the best way to generate leads organically?
So the best organic takes longer. So if you want to build a list fast, then you're going to have to run some ads. Or if you know someone who is a micro influencer or an influencer in their field, and you have the opportunity to speak to their list, that is a great strategy. Because if someone has a whole community, in their email list, let's say, for example, Tony Robbins, I'm using that as an example because most people know who he is. So if you have the opportunity to speak to his community through an email, and he tells people, you are the best thing since sliced bread, really take her up on her offer, then you can build your list insanely fast. And it'll be really good quality leads on that list because it comes from someone who is influential. But if you do that, then you need to make sure that the person whose list you are speaking to, it aligns with your product, program, and services. It's a complement to that. So don't go to a competitor and ask them if you can speak to their list, or something like that, because it needs to be someone who support your values, who support what you do. And preferably, if you have had some sort of impact on their lives, or could give them some results, they could tell their story about what you have helped them to do and how that has transformed their life. That is a really easy way to build your list. And it's also word of mouth, right? So you can either do that, or you can do things that take longer, is like commenting in Facebook groups, or being part of a community on TikTok or Instagram, or you can even go to Google to sort of like build your list. But yeah, that is more with regards to paid strategy, the Google.
The reason why I ask the question is because a lot of people, they don't want to run ads because they don't have the money, right? I don't have the money to run ads. So tell us why running ads isn't a cost, but is an investment with a return.
I'm so glad you asked this question. So a lot of people say that I don't have time, I don't have the money, but when you set aside a little bit, just like a little bit of ad spend, let me tell you a quick story of what happened with one of my customers. He had just lost his real estate agency. His wife went out the door, took the 2 kids, and she was like, I am only coming back when you've sorted yourself out. And that was a big turning point in his life. So being an entrepreneur, he was not prepared to go and work for somebody else. You already tasted that freedom, and you don't want to go back to a 9 to 5. So he started a new company, and he had like one deal which was about $2,000. So then by some miracle, he found me on the internet through a competitor's site.
Interesting.
And yeah, it was interesting. And once he started working with us, we've been able to generate 200 leads per week for him. And at some point in time, it got to 500 leads per week. So much so that he had to scale his sales team or get somebody to help him with sales because he had too many leads. And oftentimes he would call me and say, Shanei, you need to turn off the ads. And then we would turn it off for like a week or two, and then we switch it back on again, just to give them that chance to catch up, And within 2 short years, he is now running a company that generates $500,000 per month in 2 years. And we literally helped him to scale his business in COVID. He was able to 10x his business in COVID. And it's not an online business, it's a one-to-one business. Yeah, just to give you an example about, I think he didn't even pay like $5 per lead. And if $5 is nothing for, I don't think some of the leads he didn't even pay $1 for. And if you can do an installation, or if you sell your product, let's say hypothetically, most coaches have products or programs for $1,000 or $2,000 or $2,500. If you spend, let's say, to be conservative, $30 on a lead on Facebook, and you're able to make a sale of $2,500, that's money well spent. That's not an expense, because that return on investment is insane.
Yeah. I once attended a seminar, and I remember that person was saying, Facebook ad is just a money making machine, right? And imagine if you put $1 in, you get $2 out. How much money would you want to put in? I was like, everything. I got to sell my house, sell my car, and put in everything I have, right? Because it's so true. Because if the ads is making you money, then it doesn't make sense to not put in more, right? To not spend any money. And of course, if you're saying the Facebook ad is not making you any money, then of course you have to make some tweak, and something is not right? So okay, now, so let's say we have collected all these leads, we have generated all these leads. How do we then convert? What is the strategy to convert leads into a customer?
Great. It depends on what kind of business you run. So if you run a service business and not a product or a program service, you need to get on the phone and call them and have an online meeting where you can explain exactly what you do, what you have to offer them. But the most important part is really to listen to what they need. You need to ask people certain questions when you first meet them. First, to see if you're a good fit to work together, and then to see if you can really deliver what they are expecting. And then only when those 2 boxes are ticked, then only make an offer. Don't just make an offer because you need the money. We all need money at some point in time, but don't fugaboo people on the internet, The second answer to my question is, have an email sequence running to keep those 99% really warm and add value to their lives. That is one of the most important things, because you keep in communication with people. And if you have their telephone number or you're connected on social media, pop in every now and again just to see how they're doing. Because once you connect, you open the door again for a conversation about how can I serve and support you in your business or in your life. So following up with those leads in such a way that, people feel like you really care and you really want to help them, that's the most important. So if you have you're selling, let's say, an online program, like a course or a coaching program, doing webinars really helps. To sign people up to your webinar, where at the end, obviously, you're going to make an offer. Step number 2, make the offer. And then from there on, you have that follow-up email sequence in place. You need to make sure of that. If you're selling something online, then you need to make sure that you have an open carts or abandoned carts email series that goes out to those people and really just prompt them. Because oftentimes, it's not that people necessarily don't want to work with you. They forget. Life is so busy. You can be busy with, you and I can be busy here, and in the next 3 seconds I'm busy with something else, and then I forget to do something for you. So it's always good to remind people about what they want, what's the transformation that they want, and bing, here's how to get it. Just go and check out.
So true. Yes, so true. People forget to work with you. People forget to pay you, right? Sometimes they just leave all these tabs open and they go busy, take care of their kids or cook something, right? So I'm so glad that you mentioned about webinar. So I know you have an upcoming webinar on 3rd of May. Can you tell us, and it's free, so can you tell us more about that? What are they going to learn if they were to sign up and join the webinar?
Yes, sure. So the webinar is on the 3rd of May. And on the 3rd of May, I am giving away my 5 secret principles that I use to either teach my customers or do the lead generation for them. And these 5 marketing secrets is the same secrets that we've used to generate over $26 million for our customers. So in the webinar, I'm teaching the 5 proven marketing secrets on how to get high quality leads that turn into sales with ease. So if you do want to join, you can go to Shanei Born. That is ShaneiBorn.com. And you can literally just put in your information and really look forward to being served on the 3rd of May. So what makes this webinar unique is I am giving away a workbook where you can literally define who your perfect customer is. It takes you through that whole 5-step process that we spoke about in the beginning to help you get ahead of the game and really tailor all of your marketing messaging around that.
That's amazing. And thank you so much for coming on our show today. Other than signing up for the webinar, tell my listeners where they can connect with you online. Is Instagram, the best place to find you? If they have any question, where they can find you online?
Yeah, sure. So I have a Facebook page. It is called Shanei Born. And then once you're in the page, you'll get connected to the group, the private Facebook group, where you get all the freebies and all the good, valuable stuff that you can implement in your business. And you can also connect with me on LinkedIn. I love connecting with people on LinkedIn. You can find me on my website, on TikTok. We've opened a TikTok account and we're having so much fun. So you're welcome to connect with me there.
All right, guys. I hope you learn a lot from our guest today. If you have any question, you can send us a message or leave a comment below and we will get back to you. And make sure you visit the show note below to find all the resources that we have for you today, including the masterclass that Shanei is doing on 3rd of May. Make sure I put the link and make sure you sign up for it. And to connect with me, learn more about how to overcome visibility fear to confidently brand yourself, follow me on Instagram at Joyan Chan Coaching. And remember to subscribe so you don't miss another juicy episode. Thanks for watching and listening today. Until next time, keep showing up. Success doesn't show up for you until you show up and pursue your own success. Thank you for listening to the Show Up Show with me, Joyan Chan. If you want to create more confidence, visibility, and authority in your business, send me a message on Instagram at Joyan Chan Coaching. DM me the word show up, and I will send you my free signature training, Visibility Creates Possibilities, that you can watch right away to start exploding your visibility today.